Nintendo recently, or actually a month ago, held their first actual direct in ages, and boy was it a roller coaster for emotions. I've never had my opinion on something change so drastically after watching something. At first, I was disappointed and pretty let down, but after I watched it a few times again and really looked at what was shown, I gotta admit, that direct was really good. Hey guys, Potato Sensei here. I know it's been a full month actually since the direct aired, but I had a bit going on and really wanted to sink my teeth into what was really shown. Overall, I'll say it wasn't fantastic, but I feel like overall it was pretty solid. I feel like I've been on both sides of this direct. Some people really hated this direct, while others feel like it was amazing. I think the best way to really judge this direct is to go through each major announcement and see if they really do add up to something that was worth over a year of waiting. For your convenience, the timestamps for each announcement and the final verdict will be in the description. Enjoy! Starting off the direct was the reveal of Pyra and Mythra in Smash. Overall, I'm not over the moon excited about this, but I'm not hating on it like other people are. Obviously, Xenoblade fans are going absolutely crazy right now, and I'm really happy for them. I mean, I got my dream fighter being Steve from Minecraft, so I can't really ask for much more than that. If there was one character I'm legitimately hoping for, it would have to be Rayman, but I'm fine if he doesn't make the cut. I feel like this is a very similar situation to Min Min, where I really don't care who they are, but how they play, and I will say that after playing Pyra and Mythra for a week or two, their moveset is pretty good. I'm not in love with it, but it's definitely not bad. I love how the day a new DLC fighter releases, if you go online, everyone is playing as that character. One thing I like to mention is that I was completely expecting a Nintendo rep for the reveal. A lot of people were hoping for Master Chief or Dante or even Geno, even if he was already confirmed to be a Mii fighter. If Nintendo's going to make huge reveals like that, they're gonna do it for the last one or two fighters. We just got Steve and Sephiroth, two big third-party fighters. I think Nintendo's toning the intensity down just for a little bit in order to make those last two fighter reveals out of this world. After that, we got some news on some third-party content coming to the Switch. Fall Guys surprised me because it's coming way too late. This came out months ago, and even Among Us came earlier on the Switch, and it hit its peak after Fall Guys died. This would have been huge months ago, but now I'm kind of just like, okay, I'm not gonna get it. Another third-party game that caught my eye was Outer Wilds. I've heard some very good things about it, and might actually pick it up. I feel like whenever I make a video about a direct, I'm like, yeah, I think I'm gonna get that, and that, and that, and I only end up getting like one or two things that were actually shown. But this time, I ain't lying. Outer Wilds looks freaky solid, and I'm really hyped to play it. The next big announcement was the reveal of Mario Golf Super Rush. A lot of people have been predicting a new Mario sports game, and I guess they were right. I haven't really been a big Mario sports guy. I mean, Wii Sports suits me just fine, but I have heard some good things about the series. The main problem I have with it is that it's just golf. Wii Sports Resort has 12 minigames, golf just being one of them. To sell a game just being golf for $60 seems a bit outrageous to me, but it does have some potential. The new speed golf mode is really neat, where you all play at the same time and after you hit the golf ball, you race to where it landed to hit it again. I've heard that there are power-ups that can be used too, which can really spice up the gameplay and give it that type of Mario Party craziness. Hopefully, the courses look nice too. The ones they showed looked very basic. I mean, the whole trailer in general looked a bit basic. I hope we see some cool themes for courses, like maybe an underwater one, where the currents affect where your shot goes. For something like Zelda or mainline Mario, playing it safe will still sell copies. I mean, look at Mario 3D World on the Wii U. It sold really well, despite being on a system like the Wii U, and being a pretty safe bet. For a spin-off like Mario Golf, however, playing it safe just won't work. The story mode looks interesting. I like how they have motion controls like Wii Sports, and having a Mii being a character is really cool. These are all nice features to have, but unless they actually add something substantial to the game, They aren't huge reasons to buy a Mario Golf game for $60, the same price as Breath of the Wild. I know I'm being a bit harsh here, and I am excited for this and it has a lot of potential, but from what they've shown, it's not worth $60. If they're really going to charge $60 for it, add some out there characters like maybe Cappy from Odyssey, or Plessie from 3D World, or Rosalina from Galaxy. Add some crazy courses like a space one with different planetoids with gravity, like from Mario Galaxy, or the underwater one with currents I previously said. Get people excited about the game. I'm sure that Nintendo has more in store for Mario Golf Super Rush, but as of right now, I'm gonna need to see some more if they expect me to pay $60 for just golf. After that, we got Miitopia coming to the Switch. I actually heard some good things about this, and then I looked at the price. This is one of those games you pay like $15 for on the eShop, not a full-on $50 game. I would pay, at most, $20 for this. That's not even half of what they're charging. The game itself looks great. I love how Nintendo is still kinda supporting these, but for $50, come on guys, that's a really tough sell. The next announcement was a new update coming to Animal Crossing New Horizons. This one's themed around our beloved plumber's 35th anniversary. Honestly, I like this update. It's cute and fun, and the warp pipe is actually a huge game-breaking feature. But I was just hoping for a bit more, and I think I'm not alone with that. The game was released about a year ago, and there are still so many things missing. Where's bulk crafting? Where are gyroids? Where is Brewster and Cap'n? Where are the multitude of quality of life changes that we've been asking for a full year? Stuff like bulk crafting is stuff you put in like a month or two after it releases. I like these updates, like with new furniture and some new items, but New Horizons is still lacking those major Animal Crossing elements. They should have added Brewster in the fall, they should have added Cap'n in the summer, that would have kept the game fresh. And it is still kind of fresh with these new updates, but it's starting to lose that type of huge popularity that it had in quarantine, and I think if they want that to continue, they have to add more substantial stuff, not just some colorful furniture, or what is it now, Mario furniture, or a special cake for the 1 year anniversary. I mean, they need stuff, but I mean, you can wear Mario's mustache. 10 out of 10 update right there. Moving on in the direct, we got Project Hexagon Strategy. Wait, what? Oh, Triangle Strategy is the name. I'm sorry, a lot of people have been making fun of the name for this game, and I just can't help myself. From what I've heard, this is a very similar, maybe even a sequel to Octopath Traveler. Now, I haven't played Octopath Traveler, but I just want to say something. The art style is gorgeous. Oh my gosh, it's so good. Gameplay-wise, I think it's turn-based combat. Someday I know I'm gonna play Octopath Traveler. I mean, I have the demo for it, just haven't played it, and it still looks really good. Overall, cool it as a sequel, but please change the name. Octopath Traveler was okay, but this is just terrible. After Project Rectangle, we got the expansion pass for Hyrule Warriors Age of Calamity. It doesn't look like it's gonna be that substantial, really just some new characters, maybe some new maps, some new levels, and it's only $20, so I mean, I wasn't expecting too much from it, but I was basically just like, okay. I haven't beaten Age of Calamity, I'm not even that much through it, so it doesn't really affect me, but it's good to have DLC for games, so I mean, okay, moving on. After that, we got news on Breath of the Wild 2. Now let me tell you, I was hyped for this. Seeing Onuma just appear on screen made my insides explode. Then, after a year and a half of waiting since the teaser trailer, he told us to wait longer. I know a lot of people are really mad at this, but I'm perfectly fine. As a Pikmin fan, waiting another year for info is nothing for me. I've been waiting for 6 years just for a Pikmin 4 announcement or even just a status update. Also, I want to point out that everyone keeps wanting Breath of the Wild 2 to release as fast as possible. But my perspective is, if you want this to live up to being Breath of the Wild 2, you have to give the developers some time. If you want a game every year, look at Pokemon and see how that turned out. Yeah, not good. Phenomenal games take a lot of time, especially open world ones, and I want Breath of the Wild 2 just as much as everyone else. But I'm okay with them delaying it if it's gonna make it a better game. And at least we got a projected release date later this year. which is maybe E3, most likely a September Direct. And he said the development is going smoothly, so that's good. As Zelda fans across the globe prepared to storm Nintendo HQ, Onuma announced Skyward Sword HD right after that. I mean, I think that they had to release something after that news. If they just went on to the next game that's not Zelda after that, 100% guaranteed there would be huge backlash. Personally, I'm not gonna pick up Skyward Sword HD. Maybe if there's like a huge sale going on, but I already have the game on Wii. I don't need to buy it again for $60 just with some better graphics. I am a bit confused about Nintendo's business idea for this though. You literally just released a collection of 3 remastered 3D Mario games. Well, actually 64 and Sunshine re-releases and Galaxy HD, but that's not the point. They just released a collection of 3 huge Mario system sellers for the consoles they debuted on for $60. I can understand that. It's $20 a game, good deal. Why is it a limited release? Talk about that later. Putting one controversial Wii Zelda game for $60 is downright crazy. I've heard a lot of complaints about this, and you're charging $60 for it, and it doesn't even look that better, even though I do like how they made the art style a bit more cleaner. And I know it's HD, but really guys? I'm sure that if this was $40 people wouldn't be as mad. Nevertheless, it's a mainline Zelda game on the Switch, which is definitely good. While I would have preferred a collection of Wind Waker HD, Twilight Princess HD, which they already have made on Wii U, and Skyward Sword HD for $60 just like Mario 3D All-Stars, I can't deny the impact of a mainline Zelda game on the Switch. For the millions who have played Breath of the Wild, loved it, and wanted more Zelda content, this is great for them, and this will really beef up Nintendo's 2021 lineup too, with Mario Gold Super Rush, my script had a typo, Pokemon Snap, Monster Hunter Rise, the new Pokemon Gen 4 Remake Switch, and 3D World plus Bowser's Fury, which recently released. And I mean, I think this is a kind of a smart decision too, because Skyward Sword explains the storyline a lot, and Breath of the Wild 2 is going to be heavy in the story department, as we saw in the original teaser trailer, because, spoiler alert, you can see Demise in there, who's the main villain in Skyward Sword, so that is pretty cool how they probably picked Skyward Sword because it explains the story a lot, so good for that. Also, I want these Joy-Cons so bad, but why did I have to buy new Joy-Cons right before these were announced? Like, why? They look gorgeous! The last main announcement for the Direct was for Splatoon 3. I see a lot of people confused why this is a thing. To describe my thoughts, I'd say I'm cautiously optimistic. With Splatoon 2 already on the Switch, the big challenge for Splatoon 3 will be justifying why it should be on the system. With Splatoon 2, it was completely fine for the game to be very similar to Splatoon 1, since the first one launched on the Wii U and far more people would be introduced to it on the Switch. For Splatoon 3, however, this is Nintendo's chance to really go all out. Just adding some new weapons and maps won't cut it. Why should I pay $60 for pretty much the same game I already have, just with some new little things? If Nintendo really wants this to succeed, I believe the one area that they have to add some new stuff in is the single player offerings. The Octo expansion for Splatoon 2 really expanded the lore with new sea creatures and possible areas to discover, and even some new story elements for the general Splatoon story. The lore of Splatoon is so interesting and has loads of potential. Now for what the single player will actually be, I'm hoping for a full story campaign. Not a collection of levels like 1 and 2, I want a full campaign with cutscenes, full areas to explore, and really cool scenarios, maybe like every other shooter campaign. Give me some fun action sequences like a helicopter chase where you have to shoot other helicopters down with a paint cannon, or you have to escape an underground sewer system as the water from the ocean is flying right behind you. Give me those really cool action scenarios along with a story that isn't only shown through collectibles you find hidden in each level. I barely even knew the story of Splatoon 2. I literally just thought it was some fun levels to do. Splatoon 3 is a risky move by Nintendo, but if they play it right, this could be a huge hit. The trailer itself showed these desert areas which look really promising for the story mode. The new online elements look nice with a bow and arrow, which looks awesome. And you start on this hovering thingy, which I hope it adds more to the gameplay, not just a little cutscene at the start, but never mind. And your little pet friend looks really adorable. We also got a release date for 2022, which I'm guessing will be a spring release. I was hoping for a holiday release, since we don't have that one big game this year to define it. But I mean, it's only March. Last March we had like 2 games confirmed for the year. Now we have almost 10. Overall, I'd say the Direct was pretty solid. Being 50 minutes and the first Direct in over a year, it had a lot of hype surrounding it. I see a lot of people hating on it, and after watching it for the first time, I was disappointed too. From an enjoyment standpoint, the Direct was lame. There was a ton of filler and shovelware that could have easily been in an indie Direct. If you only include the big announcements and a few smaller ones, this could have been like 25-30 minutes tops. Another factor that made a lot of people disappointed is too high of expectations. People were expecting fantastic, and when they got pretty good, they were mad. Looking at the major announcements, this definitely deserved a Direct. We got a Smash reveal, Animal Crossing update, a spin-off Mario, an HD Zelda, a bunch of third-party stuff, news on Breath of the Wild 2, and a big first-party announcement being Splatoon 3. That's what I call a Direct. I've also seen a lot of people saying how they just weren't interested in the games shown, and I will say, I think that's what's causing a lot of the backlash toward this. The games shown were for very specific groups of fans. There weren't that many huge announcements that appeal to everyone, and the only one that did was basically telling people to wait a whole year, being Breath of the Wild 2. I feel like at 2017, we had huge games, a new Mario, a new Zelda, a new Mario Kart. Those are the games that get everybody united. Here, most people just said, I don't care when there's a new Xenoblade character in Smash, or a new Mario Golf, or an HD Zelda. The people who got announcements for games they love are happy, when everybody else who doesn't care about that game is not. For example, Xenoblade fans are loving the Smash reveal, while others who aren't Xenoblade fans are disappointed. And for me personally, a lot of the announcements didn't appeal to me, but I can appreciate them because they did appeal to other people. Sometimes you have to look at how the announcement affected most people, not just yourself. So all in all, I'd say the Direct was pretty good. Not amazing, but a nice return for Nintendo Directs. Thank you so much for watching. I'm so happy that Nintendo Directs are back. It feels so great. But are you happy for Nintendo Directs? Did you like the random stealth drop announcements better? Leave your opinion in the comment section below. Potato Sensei, out.